Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
You know, it's Halloween. I guess everyone's a devil and gets scared.
Stop the prime time, bitch!
Gail's not here!
I'm not interrupting anything, am I? You three look deep in thought.
I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut!
One ugly motherfucker.
We have to get out of here.
That's not gonna help.
This thing has latched itself to your family.
Father, we never seen nothing like this.
I'm coming with you.
No way. I can't lose you.
There's a lady in a dirty nightgown that I see in my dreams. She's standing in front of my mom's bed.
Welcome back to year 2 of Nerd Nation's Halloween Spooktacular. It's the best time of year where I get to talk to you about horror movies all throughout October, and tonight we're going to be looking at The Conjuring. With the release of The Conjuring Rites last month, I thought it would be fun to review the movie that started it all. If you saw my video where I ranked all the Conjuring movies in this universe, then you probably know the original Conjuring is still my favorite of the franchise. It's no secret that I think this first Conjuring movie is a horror masterpiece. Fair warning, this review will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen The Conjuring, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic horror movie. Go watch it and then come back to this video. Let's start with the directing of this movie. James Wan is probably my personal favorite director of all time. He made the 2 best entries in the Insidious franchise, which is a franchise I really love. He made a pretty good superhero movie with Aquaman. Granted, I haven't seen the second one. He made probably my favorite Fast and Furious movie with Furious 7. And he made, in my opinion, 2 of the best horror movies of all time with his first 2 Conjuring movies. And his direction here is fantastic. He's really good at building atmosphere, and there's so many claustrophobic and intense moments throughout this movie. It's shot really well, and it really adds to the tension and suspense. And the characters are also great. I talked about Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga's versions of Ed and Lorraine Warren pretty much ad nauseum in the Conjuring ranking video. And regardless of the actual real-life people, I think that the fictionalized versions of Ed and Lorraine Warren in this franchise makes for one of the best couples in horror movie history. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga's chemistry is off the charts, and they're one of the bigger reasons that this franchise works so well. The Perron family's acting in this movie is also great, and you really get a feel for how terrified they are. The pacing of the movie is also excellent. I think this movie is just tightly paced from start to finish. The movie is around 2 hours long, but it really doesn't feel that long. I'd say it feels like around an hour and a half. It's really greatly paced. However, what makes The Conjuring one of my favorite horror movies of all time is that it's genuinely scary. This movie has so many different methods of freaking you out, and they're all effective. This movie does its jump scares very well. A lot of the later movies in this series have really predictable and just flat out bad jump scares, but the way this movie does it is really great. Just to name a few, the hide and clap sequence where the hands come out of the dark, and the one scene where the sheet gets stuck in the air for a brief moment are really effective. And I remember being really startled by them the first time I watched this movie. And I also think this movie contains one of the best jump scares ever with the demon on the closet. I remember seeing that for the first time and having to pause it for like an hour or so before I could continue watching. It scared me that bad. However, jump scares aren't the only effective scares this movie has. The movie also shows you images that are really creepy, such as the hands coming out of the closet, the upside down cross protruding out of this guy's body while Ed and Lorraine Warren are performing an exorcism, and especially the finale of this movie where the woman is floating in the chair and spewing blood. They're all really bone chilling, and it adds to the scariness of this movie. I also think the sound design is really good. The movie knows just the right moments when to drain all the sound out and play a loud sound, to the point where it doesn't even feel cheap. It feels really effective and really gets you. I remember not seeing almost any of the jump scares coming the first time I watched this movie. Overall, The Conjuring is one of my favorite horror movies of all time, and it's still, for my money, the best of the series. James Wan really knows how to make an effective and scary movie, because even though I've seen this movie quite a few times already, it still manages to scare me each time I watch it. Pair that with one of the best horror couples ever, and you have yourself a great Halloween watch. I'm going to give The Conjuring a 10 out of 10. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this series as much as I do, because they are a ton of fun for me to make personally. I still have a ton of videos coming out for you in the month of October, so make sure to stay tuned for those. With that, I'll see you in the next Spooktacular video.